Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be showing you how I got this pop out face illusion makeup look with this purple crease. So if you're interested to see how I got that look, then please keep watching. So to start off, I'm using this light brown pencil. This is a brow pencil, and I'm basically going to use that to outline or draw a rough sketch, which is going to give us a very brief rough idea as to where we're going to mark our colors, how we're going to outline our face. And this is going to help you basically start off having a clean idea of what you're doing and not just go randomly into it. So try to keep the lines as close to your facial features as possible. Don't make this too big on your face. I have a big face, but in general, just keep it near to your eye, near to your lips, right below them. And here I'm drawing this other line here, basically that is going to this part, the part in between both the lines, is where we're going to fill our black shade. That is going to give us a hollow effect. So this part needs to be really round, really clean. And we're gonna fix it as we work with it. So right now what I'm using is my Maybelline illuminating primer, and I'm gonna apply that only on places I'm gonna use my foundation at, because on the other parts we're gonna be using face paint and black color, so we don't really need flawless skin underneath that, because literally it's not gonna be visible, so that's fine. So I'm only gonna apply this primer on parts where I'm gonna apply my foundation, which is in the center of the face and on the end edge of it. Now I'm using my Kat Von D Lock-It foundation in the shade 57 Warm, and I'm spreading that all across my center part of my face, and I'm trying to stay in the lines and not go out of them, so it's clean and we don't have much work to do. Then I'm using a beauty blender to basically blend the foundation in and make it look a lot more skin-like, because this part really needs to look like your face and does not need to look overdone, otherwise it's not going to give you the effect. So I'm going to do the same thing on the outer edge part. We're just applying that there and making sure it's clean, and make sure when you're drawing the line, the outline, you leave these marks, measure them according to your features. So here I'm just gonna make sure I fill in the spots and don't leave any skin out, otherwise it's gonna look really weird in the pictures. And these small spots that I'm basically filling in right now, that is gonna give us the illusion of a popping face. So these lines need to be clean, and make sure you're here I'm basically filling in the foundation, the baby hair part, because we're gonna put my hair back up like you saw in the beginning of the video. So we want to make sure the foundation reaches in all the spots that's going to be visible on the screen. So now I think you can see a little bit of how it's gonna look when it's done. Now I'm using this black Halloween lipstick that I got from this Halloween supply store. So I'm basically gonna use that to fill in this spot here, and I'm gonna try and see. Here I'm basically going out of the line that I drew, but I'm gonna try and make it more cleaner and make it as round as you possibly can, because the rounder, the more illusion you get. The line was just a very rough idea of the placement of the color, but now you're gonna actually outline where you want your color to be placed. So make sure you are super round and precise with it. Then I'm using a very flat angle brush here actually, so I can work with the drawing of the lines as well as filling in the color together. And I'm basically gonna apply that black shade all over this part. So I just go directly with a tube here, because taking the product from my brush was taking a lot of time, and I wanted to get over with this black part as quick as possible because we had a whole eye look to do. So here I'm just basically trying to finish up, cover up the spots, and make it look equally dark throughout. And also this lipstick is oil based, so it's going to basically have this reflection to it, which is really irritating. I need to buy proper face paint, so this all doesn't happen. So if you have an actual face paint set, then use that instead of using random stuff. But here I'm just trying to use whatever I have and do weird looks with it. So yeah, now after filling that, I'm using my Dirty Works brow powder in dark brown, and I'm going to use that to fill in my brows. And then I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Fair. I think it's 20 it's called, the shade number, and I'm using that to carve out underneath my brows. Then here I'm using my banana powder from Wet n Wild, and I'm using that to basically mattify underneath my eye region. And I'm using the same palette and using the contour shade from that palette. I'm using that to contour up my nose and add some more depth and variation to the face. Then I'm applying the same banana powder in the center of my nose to give it a lot more highlight. I'm applying e.l.f. Cosmetics blush in apricot and on my cheekbone area. Then here we start with the eye look. So basically I'm using this really tiny brush. I'm dipping in with a medium purple shade, and I'm basically going to draw an outline of how our eyelid is going to look, like our shape of our shadow. And then I'm going to darken it up slightly and like basically, you know, prepare our shade. Then I'm going in with a lighter purple and I'm using that to basically smoke out purple shadow. And once I finish applying that, I go in with a very baby pink light shadow and I'm applying that above the second purple eyeshadow to basically smoke the look out a lot more. Then I'm using a very thin small flat brush and I'm using a dark brown eyeshadow to darken up the crease area. So when we cut our crease, it's a lot more, you know, color to it than just purple. So the brown is going to help the upper crease stand out a lot more. I repeat the same steps on my other eye area, and here we are not gonna, you know, complete the whole eye look because we are going to cut it off with a white paint. And then I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20 again, and I'm using that to carve my crease here using a very flat bristle brush. So here I basically fill in the lower part of my eyelid with this concealer very lightly. We don't want to pack too much of it on the lid. Then I'm using the same baby pink eyeshadow we used on top to smoke out, and I'm going to place that on the portion where we apply the concealer at. This is going to basically give us a color on a lid and it looks really beautiful in the end, you know. So like this step is like my favorite. Then I'm using another angled tiny brush and I'm using the purple eyeshadow that we used first on our eyelid, and I'm going to use that to basically draw a liner on my eyes, and I'm applying the same color underneath my eye as well. Then here I'm using my Maybelline liquid matte lipstick. This is in a purple beautiful shade. I love it. It stands out so good. And before I was gonna go for a very nude lip, but then because this makeup is about a pop illusion, I want the makeup to literally pop out of the face, so that's why we're going with such a vibrant purple color. Then here I'm applying my falsies. These I got from like a local drugstore, so you can buy whatever you want, like, you know, it doesn't matter. Then I'm applying that using the lash applicator. I also use my fingertips to press the lashes into my eyes so it does not, you know, budge. Then I basically apply this really sparkly glitter from this brand called Miss Cos. Then I'm applying a light coat of mascara onto my lashes. Now I'm using my white face paint and I'm going to use a flat brush here, and I'm going to apply that in the spot that we left here on the other side of our face with the white paint. This part is basically going to be the part that disappears in the background, and it's gonna make it look like the other part of your face does not exist. So make sure your white is very, you know, dark, opaque. Repaint, do it like 2-3 times if you have to. And then I get rid of the brown backdrop and I change it to a white one to make it easier for you guys to see the illusion effects here. So that is all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, then please make sure to like, comment and subscribe. All my social handles will be down below in the description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.